of the Philippines, Paranaque City Campus. Ladies and gentlemen, processional. The candidate for graduation for the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering. Science in Office Administration. top graduates. The administrative staff. Associate Professor Rose Briones, Dr. Anilita Katugda, Associate Professor Herminihildo Sinisa, Associate Professor John Conanan, Dr. Rodel Coro, Miss Myla Hernandez, Dr. Josephine Felicilda, Dr. Angelica Libera, Assistant Professor Nimpa Mariano, Miss Pauline Marquez, Mr. Rodel Mendoza, Miss Jovelyn Neri, Mr. Michael Piga, Assistant Professor Richmond Saraos, Dr. Minelwin Serdanya, Associate Professor Ramon Soliman, and Dr. Scott Ibayat. The campus officials, collecting dispersing officer, Dr. Elizabeth Pamuena, Quality Assurance Coordinator, Associate Professor Catherine Liave, Research and Extension Coordinator, NSTP and OJT Coordinator, Ms. Abigail Jean Avilado, Campus Registrar, Assistant Professor Ibert Inierga, Chief of Administrative Services, Mr. Kipul Jun Lipa, Head, Student Affairs and Services, Ms. Mila Joy Martinez, Head of Academic Programs, Assistant Professor Jefferson Serrano, the PUP Paranaque City Campus Director, Attorney Ernesto C. Sala, Marie Angeli M. Ko. Councilor, Head of Budget Appropriation, Honorable Pablo Olivares II. Paranaque City Mayor, Honorable Edwin L. Olivares. Honorable Corazon Alma G. De Leon, Commencement Speaker. Ladies and gentlemen, the entrance of colors. Please rise for the singing of the national anthem of the Republic of the Philippines, followed by the doxology, to be led by PUP Paranaque Choral, Miss Abigail Jean Avelado, conducting.
I see the stars, I hear the rolling thunder, they power throughout the universe display. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee. How great thou art, how great thou art. Then sings my soul, my Savior God, to thee.
Presentation of graduates for graduation by the campus director, Attorney Ernesto C. Salao, and the conferment of the degrees by the Vice President, Professor Pascualito B. Gatan.
Mr. Vice President, I have the honor to present to you the candidates for graduation for the following degrees: Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Bachelor of Science in Information Technology, and Bachelor of Science in Office Administration. From the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Paranaque City Campus, for the academic year 2024-2025. The graduation of these candidates was approved by the University Academic Council and confirmed by the Board of Regents.
By virtue of the authority vested in the President by the Charter of the University and the Board of Regents, I hereby confer upon you the degrees for which you have been recommended, with all the rights, honors, and privileges, as well as the obligations and responsibilities hereunto appertaining. Congratulations, graduates.
Introduction of the commencement speaker by Attorney Ernesto C. Salao, Director of PUP Paranaque City Campus.
Dear officials of our beloved city of Paranaque and our Sintang Paralan, dear graduates, parents, guests, co-workers in government, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. Today, I have the distinct honor to present to you the distinguished guest speaker for the 11th commencement exercises of PUP Paranaque Campus. Our guest speaker is staunch advocate of volunteerism. In 2016, she was given the Lifetime Volunteer Award by the Philippine National Volunteer Service Coordinating Agency. She served as Secretary General of the Philippine Red Cross from 2006 to 2009 and was elected member of the Board of Governors. She is currently chair of the Ethics Committee of the National Kidney and Transplant Institute and served as chair of the Search Committee for Private Sector Representative to state universities and colleges for the Commission on Higher Education. And if I may add, she also served in our Board of Regents 2 terms. She is also the Vice President of the International School of Sustainable Tourism and an advocate of Gawin ang Tama movement as board member of the Character Building Foundation. She was also appointed member of the Friends of PGH. She was the former chair of the Civil Service Commission and the former secretary of the Department of Social Welfare and Development. She joined government in April 1967 and left in February 2001. It was during her stint as DSWD Secretary that the Senior Citizens Act was passed, which provided benefits to senior citizens.
As DSWD Secretary,
She presented the first report on the Convention on the Rights of the Child in Geneva, 1995. Further, as chairman of the Civil Service Commission, she was the first Filipina to serve as the member of the International Civil Service Commission. As CSC chair, the birthday leaves and paternity leaves were provided as part and parcel of humanizing
the bureaucracy. She is the chairperson of the Save the Paranaque River Foundation.
She also chairs Parenting Foundation, a child welfare agency dedicated to promoting adoption and foster home care. She did her undergraduate degree with a Bachelor of Arts degree, major in social welfare from the University of the Philippines, a master's degree in social work from the Catholic University of America in 1965, and master's degree in public health from the Graduate School of Public Health at the University of Pittsburgh in 1970. She was awarded Outstanding UP Alumni for year 2000, as well as Outstanding Alumni Maryknoll College, now Marian College in 1978. Outstanding Social Work Award of the Professional Regulations Commission, and one of the eminent persons of the Development Academy of the Philippines. She was also a recipient of the awards from Zonta Club and Soroptimist International and Rotary Club Peace Award. She served as president of the Philippine Association of Social Work Inc., Pasay, and chair of the Board of Social Workers of the Professional Regulations Commission. She co-anchors the radio program Kaninga mula sa Cruz na Pula every Sunday, that is from 3 to 4 p.m. over Radio Pilipinas, formerly Radyo ng Bayan, and Kalinga sa OFW every Tuesday 12 noon to 1 p.m. over Kakampiyon online via Facebook. She joined the broad streamcast communicators via Facebook Live every Tuesday, that is for mental health with World Association of Psychosocial Rehabilitation and Issues on Mental Justice. And every Saturday, different socio-civic organizational representatives and local, national government officials entitled Bago ang Lahat, Mamamayan Muna, and that is from 5 to 6 p.m. She published 4 books, a compendium entitled Heart and Soul, a collection of reflections. She continues to be a staunch advocate of voluntarism and commits herself to her 4 loves: love of God, love of country, love of fellow men, and love of work. Dear friends, graduates, and guests, Ms. Corazon Alma G. De Leon.
Magandang umaga sa inyo lahat. Good morning, one and all. Pwede na ho kayong maupo. Kasi ako nakatayo. Una, gusto kong batiin ng mga magulang at kapamilya ng mga graduate. Pakitayo po kayo at bibigyan namin kayo ng masigabong palakpakan. Good morning, of course, one and all. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. My name is Corazon, where I spent years as a community welfare supervisor until I became secretary of the Department of Social Welfare and Development for 25 years. And my sole alma, because I was a centennial chair of the Civil Service Commission. And then, of course, relying on me as Governor of Philippine Red Cross, an international humanitarian organization where I continue to exercise, as I said, relying on me, my family name, De Leon. I will be releasing my duty if I don't greet our indefatigable Mayor, Edwin Olivares. Bigyan po natin siyang magagabang palakpakan. At ang kanyang anak na si Paulo, Councilor sa Paranaque. Bigyan din natin siya ng magagabang palakpakan. Now, as graduation speaker on the invitation of Attorney Ernesto Sala, Campus Director of Polytechnic University of the Philippines of Paranaque, where once upon a time I served as member of the Board of Trustees of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines for 2 terms. So nagpapasalamat ako sa Polytechnic University of the Philippines for the opportunity to serve as Board of Trustees. And it was also during that time when PUP Paranaque was established, and I am so happy that the greatest task of all now for me is to be consultant to the city government of Paranaque as chair of the Save the Paranaque River Foundation. Maraming salamat, Mayor, for the opportunity. Fast forward, since I received this invitation to speak before you, I served as a course consultant to Mayor Edwin Olivares and brother Mayor Edwin Olivares, and of course not here, but I thank both of them for the opportunity to serve the city government of Paranaque. Kasi ako ay tubong Paranaque, talagang taga-Paranaque po ako. That's my history of my relationship with the local government of Paranaque as chair, as I mentioned, of the Save the Paranaque River Foundation, which will be about 20 years by December. So we will be celebrating bakit malinis na ang ilog dahil sa city government has made it prime promoter of the linis ilog. I mentioned that I was born and raised in Paranaque, studied at St. Paul College, Paranaque, moved to Merino College, where I graduated School Spirit Award in 1958 and moved to UP for my degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Welfare, and later pursued, as mentioned in the reading of my CV, 2 master's degrees, one in Social Welfare and the other in Public Health, both in the United States of America. But I'm proud today to have been invited to speak at the graduation ceremony 6 days before the birthday of my father, Rogaciano Ferrer de Leon, who passed away as retired city assessor of Pasay City, born and raised, of course, in Paranaque as well. I have been invited as former PUP Board of Trustees and as chair of the Paranaque River Foundation, which started in 1996. So I am here today. My first statement is, hindi kasalanan ng mahirap, higit na kasalanan ang hindi magsumikap. I learned that we must dream big dreams, for the dreams of today will be realities of tomorrow. From the former Health Education and Welfare Commissioner Ellen Winston of the United States of America. And I wish to share with you that when I shook the hand of then Secretary of Social Welfare as President of the UP Social Service Society, I said to myself, someday I will be Secretary of Social Welfare. From 1962, when I graduated, and 30 years later, I was appointed DSWD Secretary by President Ramos in 1992. Of course, where I learned na ang importante pala ay hindi masama na kung hindi medyo sinulat ko lang sa kamay ko kaya baka hindi ko mabasa. Pero hindi ko natuloy dahil I will continue na with the population of 58 million when I was Secretary. Presently, we have about 110 million with more than 20 million overseas. Also, I learned from British Prime Minister Margaret Thatcher. When I met her, she came to Manila. And sabi niya sa akin, there are three things I can remember. Number one, the government. One, streamline the bureaucracy. Number two, fight graft and corruption. And number three, pay the civil servants well. Pay the civil servants well. Pay the civil servants well. Para yun kay Mayor at sa mga iba pang government. But I'm proud na hindi po nakasama ang flood control ang Paranaque. Bigyan natin sa masigapan para. As a graduate of PUP Paranaque, I congratulate you, all 200 of you, in different fields to make a difference in our community, to our country, and to the world. Let our exploitation of our discontent be the guiding golden opportunity to build a better world for our country, not for corruption, which is a disgrace for our country, but to build a better world where there is jobs and justice, food and freedom, where once upon a time we were second to Japan as the most developed country. Now we are so behind our counterparts in the region. Every graduate, 200 of you from Polytechnic University of Paranaque, have the challenge to build a better world, to continue the challenge of Bagong Paranaque, where every graduate will continue to live for jobs and justice, food and freedom, for jobs, because for every Paranaque today and tomorrow. Talagang gusto ko ipaalam sa inyo na bago nagkaroon ng bagong Pilipinas, nauna na yung bagong Paranaque. Bigyan natin din ng masigaw palakpak ang ating mga. Maraming tatanggap ng certificate because of your graduation. Kaya hindi ko na babasahin. Hindi ko na pahabain pa yung aking sasabihin. Pero meron akong sinulat in 1999 na ang title, Nasaan ang Araw. Matagal ko nang inasahan ang sikat ng araw. Matagal ko nang inasamasam ang paggalaho ng dilim. Ngunit bakit ganito ang buhay? Bakit ganito ang damdamin? Ang puso ay nagtatanong, ang diwa ay nagtataka. Nasaan ang araw? Ang araw pala ay nasa puso. Ang araw pala ay nasa kaluluwa ng balana. Kung ang puso ay puno ng pagmamahal, hindi na kailangang itanong, nasaan ang araw? Kung ang kaluluwa ay puno ng katotohanan, hindi na kailangang itanong pa, nasaan ang araw? Sa isip, sa salita, at sa gawa, nakapaloob ang araw. Kailanman ay walang kadiliman. Sa tuwa, katotohanan, pagmamahalan. Salamat sa poong may kapal, may kasagutan na ang tanong kung nasaan ang araw. If you have forgotten to remember my message, ask yourself daily, nasaan ang araw. Thank you, and of course, but I also learned and cannot forget na yung isang bago matapos ang araw, bago sila ang araw, kailangan natin magdasal. It is a prayer that I use in my radio program na ang title ay Prayer for the Nation, Pero ngayon, I'm saying it's prayer for our city of Paranaque. Lord, let me be the change I want to see, to do with strength and wisdom all that needs to be done, and become the hope that I can be. Set me free from my fears and hesitations. Grant me the courage and humility. Fill me with spirit to face the challenge and start the change I long to see. Even if I'm not the light, I can be the spark in faith, service, and communion. Let us start the change we want to see, the change that begins in me. Maligayang bati sa lahat ng mga nag-graduate ngayong araw na ito. At aasahan ko ang yung mabuting buhay, magandang buhay sa hinaharap. Maraming salamat.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Honorable Corazon Alma de Leon. Presentation of plaque of appreciation by the University Vice President, Professor Pascualito B. Gatan, together with the campus directors, university officials, and guests of the university. Republic of the Philippines, Polytechnic University of the Philippines. This plaque of appreciation is hereby given to Honorable Corazon Alma de Leon in grateful acknowledgement of her engagement and insightful academic contribution as the commencement speaker, imparting unparalleled knowledge and experts during the 11 commencement exercises of the PUP Paranaque City Campus held at La Pavilion Events Hall, Pasay City on October 20, 2025. Given this 20th day of October 2025 at La Pavilion Event Hall, Pasay City. Signed, University President, Dr. Manuel M. Muhi. At this point, we will be hearing a congratulatory message from the father of Paranaque City, Honorable Mayor Edwin L. Olivares.
Please take a seat. Thank you very much for the recognition at pagpapakilala na inyo pong balingkod. To our commencement speaker for our 11th commencement exercise, my auntie, the chairperson of the State Paranaque River Foundation, and hold a lot of government position in our country, Honorable Corazon Alma de Leon. Kindly give them a round of applause. And of course, our Vice President for Campuses of PUP, Professor Pascualito Gatan. To our very hardworking Campus Director of PUP Paranaque, Attorney Ernesto Salao. To all of the directors of the different campuses all over the country. Palakpakan po natin po sila. And of course, the representative of our Congressman, Eric De Leon Olivares. To our dedicated faculty and administrator of the Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Paranaque City Campus. Palakpakan po natin lahat po ng ating teachers. Proud parents, families, and loved ones. And especially to the 241 graduates of PUP Paranaque Campus. Isang pagbati po na isang maganda at isang makadiyos na araw po sa atin lahat. Purihin po natin ang ating Panginoon Diyos. Today marks a milestone that you have worked so hard to achieve. This day is not only a celebration of academic success, but also a recognition of your courage, perseverance, and determination. You have conquered challenges, and you stand here today as a symbol of hope and excellence in our city and in our nation. Before we move forward, let us take a moment to express our deepest gratitude to your teachers who share their wisdom and guidance. Kindly give them an applause. To our school staff and janitorial team, whose quiet dedication made your learning environment safe and pleasant. To your friends and classmates, who stood by you through every challenge and joy. And especially to your parents and families. Palakpakan po natin. Whose love and sacrifices made this day possible. And last but not the least, to the Lord Almighty, whose grace, strength, and wisdom have guided you every step of the way. Time do flies. Parang kailan lang yung first commencement exercise ng ating PUP. At ngayon po, ay nasa 11th commencement exercise na po tayo. For the past 11 years, nakita po natin how the campus, the school, have transformed. Kita po natin yung development ng ating campus. In fact, by next school year, we'll be using the new building of our PUP in Paranaque. Naging educational hub ang ating campus. Kasama rin po sa ating PUP campus, handun po ang ating Paranaque Science High School. Kasama rin ang Barangay High School ng Santo Niño. Nandun rin po ang newly open na Center for Special Needs for Children. At nandun rin po ang ating city library na gamit po ng ating buong city sa lahat po ng mga researches at ng ating mga estudyante. Kami po ay nag-uusap ng ating pong campus director. All needed supplies, equipment will be provided by the city government of Paranaque to give the quality education to be given to all students in our campus. Noong pong last 19th Congress, I was given a chance to be your representative in Congress in the 1st District of the City of Paranaque. At nagagalak ko pong sabihin po sa inyo na inyo pong abalingkod po ay nag-sponsor ng isang bill na itong ating PUP Paranaque, hindi na po siya branch, Hindi na po siya annex ng PUP Main, kundi Republic Act na po siya as a regular campus na po ang ating PUP Paranaque campus. We just have to do all the procedures. At maganda po dito, in the near futures, mas madadagdagan pa ho ang ating mga courses and the national funding will be committed dito sa ating campus, but rest assured, the PUP family, yung pong support ng city will be everlasting. Tuloy-tuloy po ang tulong at suporta ng ating pong local government unit. As you enter the next step of your lives, remember that PUP education is not just a key to opportunities. It is a calling to serve. May you be competitive young leaders who use your talents and skills not only for personal success, but to uplift others, strengthen our communities, and honor our nation. You graduates, you will be the future leaders of our city, future leaders of the nation. And you will be the next professionals of our country. Gusto ko pa ipaalam sa ating mga graduates that there will be a greener pasture within the city of Paranaque. Before long day ago, ang sunsod na Paranaque is just a residential hub. Yung mga nagtatrabaho sa Makati, nagtatrabaho sa Quezon City, sa Manila, dito lang po nakatira sa ating bayan. Pero ngayon, as year passes, kita po natin yung economic development ng ating lungsod in the four corners of our city. At meron na po tayong sariling central business district. Ito po yung located along Manila Bay. Ito po yung Asiana City at yung ating pong entertainment city, where the biggest integrated resort is located. Just likes of the Soler, City of Dreams, Okada, Manila, and by next year we'll be opening yung pong Resort World here in the city of Paranaque, and this is 3-4 times bigger of Resort World doon po across sa Terminal 3. All the corporate companies are already transferring here in the city of Paranaque, at hindi lang din po yun. Nagbigay na po ng intensyon ang St. Luke's. They'll be building the biggest, most modern hospital in the city of Paranaque. All the infrastructure are in place. All the elevated highways, skyway, tayo po ang pinakamay mahaba. Binuksan rin po natin yung ating LRT station. 5 station in the city of Paranaque, at yung isa, right beside ng PUP Paranaque campus. And by December, early next year, we'll be opening another skyway elevated road. Ito po yung C5 South Link that would connect our central business district here in Manila Bay going to BGC, and that will be the traveling time. It only takes us 15 minutes going to BGC, going to Asiana City. Ano po ibig sabihin po niyan? There is a lot of works and jobs waiting for all our future professional graduates of PUP Paranaque campus. Carry with you the values that PUP and our city uphold: integrity, service, and love for our country. Maging makabayan at higit sa lahat, mahalin natin ang bansang Pilipinas dahil ang tunay na tagumpay ay hindi lamang nasusukat sa inyong narating, kundi kung saan paano may babalik sa inyong kapwa. The City Government of Paranaque stands proud of you. and will continue to support education that empowers the youth to build a brighter and more inclusive futures. Once again, congratulations to the graduates. Palakpakan po natin. Mabuhay ang mga eskola ng bayan. Mabuhay ang PUP Paranaque. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you so much, Honorable Mayor Edwin L. Olivares. We will be hearing again another congratulatory message from Honorable 1st District Congressman of Paranaque, Honorable Congressman Eric L. Olivares, represented by Marie Angeli M. Co.
Please do take your seats, graduates. Greetings to all our distinguished guests, Honorable Mayor Edwin Olivares, Vice President for Campus, Professor Pascualito Bigatan, our esteemed Scholar Director, Attorney Ernesto C. Salaw, to our speaker, Tita Cora Alma de Leon, to our respected guests on their professions, dedicated faculty and non-teaching staff, to our proud parents, and most importantly, the graduates of Polytechnic University of the Philippines, Paranaque Campus, on behalf of Congressman Eric L. Olivares, let me deliver his message to you all. To the proud graduates of Polytechnic University Paranaque Campus, congratulations. Today is more than a celebration of academic achievement. It is a testament to your perseverance, resilience, and unwavering commitment to building a better life and future. You now hold not just a degree or a certificate, but a symbol of your dedications and potentials. As you step into the next chapter of your journey, please do remember, education is a path to employment and a powerful tool of transformation. As a citizen of Paranaque, opportunities await in your own city. You are equipped not only with knowledge, but with the responsibility to uplift your communities. Do not be a victims of injustice or adversity. Lead with integrity. In a city and a country that constantly evolve, let your values be your compass. Be bold in your ambitions, yet grounded in service and humility. Whether you pursue your careers in public service, entrepreneurship, science and arts, or become an OFW, never forget the roots that nurtured you. Live a God-centered life. Embrace the strength of the family. Embrace yourself as proud PUP Paranaque Campus Scholar. As your congressman for District 1 and as a fellow educator, my advocacy remains rooted in quality and inclusive education. To always empower the youth for continuous growth of our Paranaque City and our country. Keep learning, keep leading, and always bring back or give back to those in need. Mabuhay ang mga scholar ng bayan. Maraming salamat po sa inyong lahat.
Thank you so much, Miss Marie Angeli M. Co. Awarding of medals and distribution of diplomas to graduates by the Vice President, Professor Pascualito B. Gatan, together with the campus directors, guests, and officials.
It is my honor and privilege to present to you the graduates with Latin honors. May I also request the parents of our Latin honor graduates to please accompany in awarding them the medals. Castillo Jenny Rose ang cum laude. Baduria Jesseline Magallanes, cum laude. Melissa Geraldine Dimple Panilag, cum laude. Esculiar Jonaline Soriano, cum laude. Canag Lawrence Cantero, cum laude. Remulin Arian Bernales, cum laude. Arevalo Kyla Bosito, cum laude. Asherto Maricar Aliparo, cum laude. Mercado Maria Belen Marmol, cum laude. Lazaga Raven, cum laude. Kabudok Michelle Ann Luis Maquinto, cum laude. Kadayday Bianca Amor Roa, cum laude. Urzo Mariel Suarez, cum laude. Esta Josephine Rose Marcos, cum laude. Obusan Sean K. Pingit, cum laude. Camino Lester Venus, cum laude. Bangkilio Justin, cum laude. Zarceno Lovely Heart Lodor, cum laude. Mandal Maria Beverly Roquero, cum laude. Backward Julina, cum laude. Amparo Irish Joy Golosinda, cum laude. Munar Harsi Sol Mayor, cum laude. Gitna po. Nabuwab Grace Buhisan, cum laude. Arante Raven Joshua Dayon, cum laude. Larga Rochinwell Miles Visitacion, cum laude. Aragon Christine Ann Perez, cum laude. Mondragon Jemuel Blair Lastones, cum laude. Adolfo Rhea Rica Patigas, cum laude. Ibarra Mark Jovan Munoz, cum laude. Poblete Jetrubin Tayong, cum laude. Milanes Micaela Vine Calyanta, cum laude. Marianon Nina Graham Solano, cum laude. Insyong Angelica Yanko, cum laude. Obar Josh Alexis Vita, cum laude. Eki Mariel Nerqua, cum laude. Piston K. De Queros, cum laude. Infante Meiril Corobilla, cum laude. Rocamora Francia Gonzalez, cum laude. Malazarte Jacari Truya, cum laude. Tronco Mayrel Joy Solancho, cum laude. Bersamin Shaira Day Flores, cum laude. Salcedo Carlos Miguel Alfuerto, cum laude. Frago Hannah Grace Cruz, cum laude. Peninoy Ralph Bancaya, cum laude. Kitoriano Vincent Rojero, cum laude. Ke Miles Lorelai Masakayan, cum laude. Balubal Jenny Ann Seaman, cum laude. De la Cruz Chriselle May del Mundo, cum laude. Tisoy Clarice, cum laude. Mirasol Eric Valladores, cum laude. Año Nuevo Erlene Joy Sabusab, cum laude. Salvador Eloisa Marie Milarpes, cum laude. Salazar Miki Joy Bermejo, cum laude. Galera Aldrin de Guzman, cum laude. Zhao Iverson Serra, cum laude. Martiha Brian Gabriel Yaneta, cum laude. Bertulfo Maria Camille Celine Herona, cum laude. Pelayo Lance Miguel Gepana, cum laude. Agustin Joseph III Lombos, cum laude. Antolin Catherine Elizalde, cum laude. Agurin Karen Joyce Torcelino, cum laude. Merin Merlin Amascual, cum laude. Cuerdo Jairus Christian Antipas, cum laude. Montecillo K. Barameda, cum laude. Africano Rena Lisay, cum laude. Villarreal John Weslin Antonio, cum laude. Xiao Anthony De Leon, cum laude. Bustinera Andrea Nicole Mendoza, cum laude. Dolong Darly Rose Boco, cum laude. Galano Jessica Tero, cum laude. Kasaul Angela, cum laude. Vivero Romel Inigo Jr. de Pante, cum laude. Villar John Gabriel Lutao, cum laude. Merino Hannah Joyce Cardinal, cum laude. Ladringan Lance Aaron Marga, cum laude. Inductivo Dominic Lucas Leonen, cum laude. Villaverde Mizineth Sales, cum laude. Pioco Rochelle May Guermo, cum laude. Marbella Paul Vittorio Salen, cum laude. Pepito Mary Joy Servande, cum laude. Dulay Junel Junic de Torres, cum laude. Amangyan Argeline Mati, cum laude. Piedad Jemuel Valde, cum laude. Velasco Joanna Marie, cum laude. Balingit Jessel Zamorano, cum laude. Dimasaka Mark Angelo Humag, cum laude. Avila Patrick John Galia, cum laude. Dalimon Laika, cum laude. Ocampo Sofia Nicole Jimenez, cum laude. Mariah Abigail Kane Pinuela, cum laude. Domingo Rica May Pote, cum laude. Solimen Irish Nicole Lizano, cum laude. Morcoso Rain Angelo Huayong, cum laude. Mahinay Ira K. Dequinia, cum laude. Padilla Christine Ann Crisolo, cum laude. Ripalda Lauren Bakay, cum laude. Mijares Yuri Rubik Manaliza, cum laude. Menciras Michael Bryan, cum laude. Cerilio Raneza Marie Dacilio, cum laude. Cruz Abigail Cañedo, cum laude. Reyes Sebastian Angelo Gabato, magna cum laude. Casil Carl John Ray Carido, magna cum laude. Agad Gurley Bahaw, magna cum laude. Kabasag Miko Zerna, magna cum laude. Abelia Donovan Reyes, magna cum laude. Cantoria Wency Nicole Ignacio, magna cum laude. Edic Liza Marie Lara, magna cum laude. Vequiso Carlo James Peralta, magna cum laude. Rodriguez John Shannon Oriol, magna cum laude. Linda Eliza Ferrer, magna cum laude. Agnes Jeru Ezra, magna cum laude. La Peña Jediel Matthew Santos, magna cum laude. Dio Selmark Ekle, magna cum laude. Bargan Rachel Montes, magna cum laude. La Canienta Hilda Feb de la Cruz, magna cum laude. Abaja Karina May Estrelio, magna cum laude. Flores Angelica Lynn Buela, magna cum laude. Esconde Melissa Ann Nocete, magna cum laude. Haleco Cristel May Dequilia, magna cum laude. Panes Julia May Robles, magna cum laude. And the student with the top honor from the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering with a weighted average of 1.16201, Daniolco Cedric John Evangelista, magna cum laude. Congratulations.
The graduates from the Bachelor of Science in Computer Engineering, Alforque Roy H. Bagon Allen V. Baez Mark Harold B. Barrios Ramon D. Cancino Timothy John A. Chacon Darlove G. Corralde Vincent H. Eliosida Nenyodan T. Espenar John Paul D. Fuentes Gerald A. Gula Jamel M. Macanas Alvin D. Mercado Jericho C. Novelo Josh Michael S. And Rotella Jan Excel B. Congratulations.
The graduates from the Bachelor of Science in Hospitality Management, Alikuman Valerie M. Arcos Sophia May P. Argiles Julie Ann Joy C. Austria Mary Joy B. Badukdok Danielle J. Balingit Joel John O. Baptista Danielle R. Bayeta James Roland D. Bodegas Norwella Joy F. Bolacos Jansen E. Carpio Joshua Ray A. Castro Shali May D. Castro Verde Jamaica S. Sorbito Rosette S. De Los Santos Mary Nor C. Jolata Melissa D. Francisco Jessica A. Galban Mary Grace P. Garcia Maria Risa C. Hosanna Lloyd Santinil C. Infante Mariel C. Ibahan Halini F. Infante Mariel C. Lanuza Miko B. Levantino Cypress M. Lunzagay Desiree A. Loyola Joel Junior D. Madeha Magdalene L. Magpusaw Eloisa Marie O. Monton Lian Marie D. Moyrong Mary Ann C. Paharon Hannah B. Pamatian Maria Ibon F. Ramos Tien Zeus Carlo O. Salvador Joan A. Salvador Juan Paulo. Sambile Olivia May C. Sanggalang Mary Ann N. Sidlao Trisha M. Soriano Trisha A. Tanuyan John Kelly F. Ulan Abnir M. Bakunawa Jomari A. Verano Mayan V. Yabot Ashka Rosel B. Yoto James Anthony G. Congratulations.
It is with my utmost honor and privilege to present to you the graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Information Technology. Abelia Donovan R. Asido Maxel G. Adesa Ricamay C. Agnes Jeru. Ancheta Sean Asaya. Arce Hans Christian. Arevalo Kyla B. Avila Patrick John G. Bayas Wailon Roy G. Bugayong Erame D. Kabasag Maiko Z. Kakpal Yuan B. Kalikdan Neil L. Camino Lester V. Castorico Ralph Christian S. Coros Hans R. Cruz Abigail C. Dakasin Rian T. Dagamas Ronabel D. Davis Sean L. De Guzman Chad Elmer. De Robles Reka R. De la Cruz Crystal May D. De la Cruz Maverick G. Del Pinado Edward P. Dolong Darly Rose B. Erispe Maria Isabel F. Florentino Richard Christian M. Flores Angelica Lynn B. Galera Aldrin D. Ibarra Mark Jovan M. Lacanienta Hilda Feb D. Larga Rochenwell Miles Masinas Venner C. Magbuos Ronel A. Malabanan Junior Julian Luis N. Medina John Wick D. Mejia Rons Luis B. Mercado Maria Belen M. Peña Mart R. Olayon Mark Adrian C. Peña Mart R. Pepito Clint Jason. Piedad Jimuel V. Poblete Jetro Binti. Vedonia Kit Joshua. Rio Florido Reden S. Tenorio Alexandra Carmela. Tirao Love Rina D. Vallejos Tricia May R. Villagen Christian V. Villar Sherwin L. Congratulations to all the graduates.
The graduates of the Bachelor of Science in Office Administration. Asherto Maricar A. Apricano Rena L. Aguilar Kirsten Gale F. Alhaz Juliet E. Alyarte Kent Nicolay. Amangyan Argeline M. Amparo Irish Joy G. Antoline Catherine E. Aragon Cristel Ann P. Otor Redeline A. Baduria Giaceline M. Balingit Giselle S. Bersamin Shaira Day. Biliano Arian Ray S. Kabuslay Chris Chumbi L. Kadayday Bianca Amor R. Kasag Lawrence C. Kasane Hershey L. Kasaul Angela. Casil Carl Jane Ray C. Cerillo Ranessa Marie D. Cuerdo Jairus Christine A. Delimon Laika. Joso Christine Joy B. Esteban Eljan Joshua G. Guillermo Alona S. Jimenez Diana Michelle. Locinario April Joy F. Manyalak Marjorie Antoinette D. Mandal Maria Beverly R. Maranon Angeli Marie B. Mariano Nina Grail S. Marikit Angela. Matibag Noemi B. Teka lang. Maulyon Maria Jeline L. Melissa Geraldine Dimple B. Maranyon Angela B. Hindi kasi Marikit Maria Angela B. Matibag Noemi V. Maulyon Maria Jeline L. Melissa Geraldine Dimple P. Menciras Michael Bryan, Montesilio KB. Patok Charmaine Lay P. Paulino Lizette. Pepanyo Rhea May B. Kinatakdan Rachel M. Remoline Aryan B. Taperla Julie Macy. Vergara Lerma G. Zamora Sara May D. Zulweta Gilen E. Congratulations, graduates.
The valedictory address to be delivered by the representative of the graduating class, Mr. Cedric Joan E. Daniolco, magna cum laude.
Good day, everyone. Good day to our commencement speaker, Honorable Corazon Alma G. De Leon, to our esteemed guest, Honorable Mayor Edwin L. Olivares, and Miss Marie Angeli Emco, to the leaders of this university, headed by Dr. Manuel Emuhi and Vice President Pascualito Bigatan, to the faculty members, headed by Attorney Ernesto C. Salaw, to the parents, and to my fellow graduates, greetings to all of you. Pause. That's what I felt when COVID-19 hit all of us. It was as if the whole world stood still. Everything was put on hold. Everything just stopped. Our college journey began a year after the COVID-19 pandemic. Our very first year was spent entirely in online classes. Many found it difficult. Some found it convenient. But one thing's for sure, it was challenging. We were used into walking to our classrooms, talking to our classmates, and learning together face to face. Then suddenly, we were just looking at each other through the screens of our phones and laptops. During this time, some of us were still grieving the loss of their loved ones, while others faced financial struggles, challenges that continue even today. As we move forward from second year, nakapag face-to-face na tayo, to third year, and finally to fourth, may mga huminto, may mga humanap muna na trabaho, mayroon ding mga nagpatuloy, nagsumikap, makapagtapos. Each of us face a different battle along the way. The education system still has room for improvement, and corruption continues to make life harder for all of us. But despite this, I salute every single one of you because we made it. We did it. Indeed, we may have lost something or someone very important to us. We made sacrifices. We made difficult choices just to reach this day. But in return, we gained something very valuable. Itong mga degree natin ay hindi mga tropeyo, medalya, o mga diplomang aalikabukin lang sa paglalagyan nito. Instead, they represent something greater. Our experiences, our knowledge, our expertise, our skills, and our passion. The very things we can proudly carry for the rest of our lives. And the professionalism we built will shine as we take our first steps towards the next chapter of our journey. I want to take this moment to thank my dearest friends and classmates who stood by me, who fought with me, and who shared countless memories with me. To Julia, to Selmark, to Karina, to Jamel, to Razel and Dan, and to everyone in BSCP 41, I am very proud of us. From our showcase of talents with Sir Hermie, from our program coordinator leaving us, sa pag-solve ng differential equations at feedback and control system si Dr. Roy. Biruin mo, nalagpasan natin lahat yon. Sa Microtopia event natin kay Sir Rapada. And sa pag-cram natin ng thesis prototypes at papers, we continued to stand with each other even to this day. Thank you, everyone. I also wanted to thank Dr. Federico Aero Jr. and Sir George Omalay for their unwavering kindness as they provided me and many students in this university with scholarship to further support our studies. Thank you, my dear father and mother, my lolo and lola, for your never-ending love and support. At sa ating mga magulang, sa lahat ng sumuporta sa ating pag-aaral, palakpakan po natin sila. Thank you, Sinta. Maraming salamat, PUP. You gave us the opportunity to prove ourselves worthy of becoming professionals. You opened doors for us even at a difficult time. And to all of us who proudly carry the name of this university, hinihiling ko sa inyo na sana huwag tayong tumigil sa pagtindig laban sa mali at katiwalaan. May we continue to stand tall as true PUPians. Magpakahusay tayo. Ipakita natin ang galing ng PUP. Patuloy nating itatak sa ating puso na PUPian tayo. Dahil hindi dito natitigil ang pagiging scholar ng bayan. Patuloy tayong makipaglaban para sa kinabukasan. My fellow graduates, let me share a simple lesson with you. Surround yourself with good people. Surround yourself who are equally driven to achieve their goals. Surround yourself with people who will teach you, who will help you grow, and who will inspire you to become the best versions of yourselves. I'm truly blessed to have found such amazing friends. But remember, it doesn't have to be many. Sometimes one is enough, as long as you find a good one. Finally, I know we all have mixed emotions today. Some may feel happy, some nostalgic, and some even regretful. Others are simply celebrating. Whatever you feel right now, joy, sadness, or even pride, I hope you turn it into something positive. Natural lang na malungkot, natural lang na manghinayang, and it's okay to feel that way for a while. But don't stay there for too long. Our journey doesn't end here. This is a new beginning, and the battle continues. We must pick ourselves up because this is for our future, for our families, and for our loved ones. So take this moment to rest, to breathe, and to celebrate. Our graduation is a major achievement, and we should be proud. You earned this. You truly deserve this. Remember, this is not a goodbye. It's simply, see you around, everyone. Wherever our paths may lead, I'll believe we'll meet again. Maybe as professionals, as colleagues, or even as leaders shaping a better tomorrow. Once again, thank you for this opportunity. Congratulations, and happy graduation to all of us.
Thank you so much, Mr. Cedric John Daniolco. The Pledge of Loyalty to be led by Ms. Pauline B. Marquez, alumna of PUP Paranaque City Campus.
Itaas ang kanang kamay at sundan ang aking sasabihin. Ako si, banggitin ang pangalan, na nagtapos ng kursong, banggitin ang kurso, ay buong pusong nanunumpa na magiging tapat sa lahat ng panahon. Sa mga adhikain, panuntunan, at prinsipyo ng Polytechnicong Universidad ng Pilipinas, ang aking sintang paaralan, at sa organisasyon ng mga alumni na kumakatawan dito. Ako ay nangangako na tutuparin ko ang aking napiling propesyon ng may paggalang sa mga alituntunin ng universidad at sa mga batas ng Pilipinas. Hindi ako gagawa ng anumang bagay na ikakasama ng kanyang pangalan. Bagkos ay aking itataguyod at lalong ikahuhusay at ikabubunyi ng kanyang pangalan. Bilang iskolar ng bayan na kumikilala sa Estado, sa kanyang malaking ambag, sa aking pag-aaral, iniaalay ko ang aking buhay, husay at talino, bilang kapaki-pakinabang na mamamayan ng Pilipinas. Ako ay maglilingkod sa aking kapwa-tao para sa ikauunlad ng aking bayan. Ako ay magiging tapat at malayang susuporta sa mga adhikain at programa ng Asosasyon ng mga Alumni ng Polytechnicong Universidad ng Pilipinas. Lahat ng ito ay aking tutuparin nang walang anumang pasubali o pag-aalinlangan. Kasihan nawa ako ng puong may kapal.
May we request everyone to please rise for the singing of PUP hymn to be led by the PUP Chorale. Ladies and gentlemen, the PUP hymn.
Sintang paaralan, tanglaw ka ng bayan, pandayan ang isip ng kabataan. Kami ay dumating na salat sa yaman, hanap na dunong ay iyong alay. Ang layunin mo, mga tao, dinarangal. Ang Pilipino, ang iyong aral, diwa, adik ang taglay, PUP aming gabay, para lang dakila. PUP pinagpala, gagamitin ang karunungan mula sa'yo. Para sa bayan, ang iyong aral, diwa, adik ang taglay, PUP aming gabay, para lang dakila. PUP pinagpala.
The exit of colors. Recessional. Once again, congratulations, class of 2025! Mabuhay ang PUP! Mabuhay ang Iskolar ng Bayan!
Today, we are here in the Pavilion, Pasay City celebrating the commencement celebration of the graduates batch 2025.
Good morning to everyone. We would like to welcome you all for this commencement exercises, most especially to our graduate students. We would like to acknowledge all your efforts and all your success for this morning. And we are looking forward that you will be having a fruitful life after this event. Thank you and God bless to everyone.
Hello, graduates! So, eto na. This is it. Ito yung ating inaantay, ito yung ating pinractice, and this is now the time for us to celebrate your achievement.
Congratulations, Batch 2025. You are now looking forward to your new chapter in life, and we're praying na lahat ng batch na graduate ngayon ay maging successful sa kanilang buhay.
Congratulations, PUP Paranaque Batch 2025. I'm very confident that you can reach your goal because you are scholar ng bayan. Mabuhay and congratulations.
Congratulations, graduates batch 2025. I wish you a better future and a better career in your chosen endeavor. So, as a professor, I believe that you are able to handle a lot of challenges in life, and then you would be gaining a lot of experiences in working someday in different organizations. So, God bless and congratulations again.
We are really happy to be part of this milestone, and we look forward to the success that you will earn after today's graduation. But for now, we celebrate and we honor also your parents as well as all the people who help us in this journey. Congratulations, Batch 2020.